Hello everyone, welcome. Today, we're diving into a cool topic, inserting images into a PostgreSQL database using SQL. It might sound complex, but we'll break it down step by step. We'll explore how to store images directly within your database. Let's get started. First, let's talk about why you might want to do this. Storing images directly in the database offers some advantages. It can simplify your application architecture. You keep all your data, including images, in one place. This can streamline backups and data management. However, there are also trade-offs. Databases aren't always the best for serving large image files. Performance can be a concern. Now, let's get into the practical steps. We'll need a table to store our images. Let's create a table named Images. This table will have an ID column. This is usually an integer and the primary key. We'll also need a column to store the image data. This is where we'll use the BYTEA data type. BYTEA is specifically designed for storing binary data, like images. The SQL command looks something like, create table images, ID serial primary key, image underscore data BYTEA. Next, we need to insert the image data. This is where things get interesting. We'll use the low_import function. This function allows us to read a file and convert it into a format suitable for storage. First, ensure you have the low extension enabled with create extension if not exists low. Then, to insert an image, you would use a command like this, insert into images, image underscore data, values, low_import, /path/ to /your/image.jpg. Replace /path/ to /your/image.jpg with the actual path to your image file. Remember, this path needs to be accessible to the PostgreSQL server. Now, let's discuss retrieving images. You can retrieve the image data using a simple select statement. For example, select image underscore data from images where ID equals 1. This will return the raw BYTEA data. You'll then need to handle this data in your application. Your application will need to decode the BYTEA data and display it as an image. This usually involves using a programming language like Python, Java, or JavaScript. The specific code will depend on the language and framework you're using. Consider security implications. Be careful about the images you're storing. Always validate and sanitize any data before storing it in the database. This helps prevent potential security vulnerabilities. Finally, remember to optimize your database. Storing large images can impact performance. Consider using techniques like compression or image resizing to minimize the storage footprint. Also, regularly monitor your database performance and adjust your approach as needed. That's it for today's lesson on inserting images into PostgreSQL using SQL. I hope you found it helpful and informative. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Also, consider subscribing or sharing this video with others. Your support helps us create more content. Let us know in the comments what other database topics you'd like to see covered.